here is.
For those of you just joining the webcast, we're here live with Eric Zuley. We're getting ready to execute the interview. We're just wrapping up our pre-interview with him.
So this is Nappy Brown Bag Lunch with Eric Zuley, who's joining us today from The Easy Way. He's a host and producer who created Hollywood The Easy Way. He has his own theology into how to effectively network and leverage your contacts into a successful business model in film, television, music, and new media. Seems to know tons of people in this town, especially in the music industry. So thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I got to ask you guys, what's with the brown bag thing? It could have been a blue bag, a white bag, a black bag.
It's a little bit old school. I guess it's a shout out to, like, I don't know anyone who uses brown bags anymore, but
that's like old school, putting the candy in the bags when you're going to school, and mom, mommy puts your bag lunch together.
It's another way for us. It was another way of saying it's down and dirty and free.
Gotcha.
Because you can't get any cheaper than a brown bag.
Gotcha.
So you've been working on your brand and building it and building your business seriously now for 8 years. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got your start in the business and when you started growing towards the direction you're at now?
Yeah, well, I actually got my start with producing and dancing and rapping. I've always been a rapper, dancer, business guy, sales. Actually, I started in sales, so I worked for like 5 different companies. I was always like the business machines lead or mentor or something. I was always the top. And so I always had a gift to talk to people. And what ended up happening is I started getting into producing music and just like the entertainment stuff, just kind of playing around in my room. We built a big studio in Orange County, and everybody started going to the studio, and then I started performing, got into a group, and just kind of just doing my thing, hitting clubs, trying to perform, hotels and stuff. And what happened is a friend of mine called me last minute, and he's like, hey, can you please perform for me? I'm like, I'm kind of in a bind or whatever. So I performed, did my thing, and a publicist comes up to me, and she hands me her card, and she's like, "Hey, I love your style," and I came with like 12 girls and a limousine, and I did my thing. So she came, she handed me the card, and she's like, "Hey, come down to Hollywood. This is what I do. I'm a publicist." Never heard about a publicist before. I don't know what a publicist at the time. I didn't know what a publicist meant. So I was like, "Oh, this sounds interesting, cool," And before all that, I used to radio DJ for a thing called xradio.biz. So I met a producer by the name of Maurice McCoy, and that producer happened to be the same producer I met with the publicist. So it kind of reconnected. So anyway, I went to this fashion event, and I saw a microphone for the first time, and the cameras and the lights, and doing the show. So I've always been like the center of attention type of person. I've always been the guy that had parties at my house, and people always wanted to go to it was Zuley at the time, to Zuley's house. And my birthday, I had like 1,000 people at my house, and I was always that people person. So I think he recognized that, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to host?" He invites me down to another event. He hands me a microphone and scripts and this and that, and he's like, "Hey, here you're gonna host this event," and he hands me the scripts and stuff, and I kind of handed him the scripts back, and I'm like, "Well, can I do my thing? Can I be me? Let me know your call lines or what you want me to do for the show, but can I be me? Let me do my thing." And I just kind of like, they let me do my thing, and I just got them in great positions, and that was the first time through a show that was going to be on TV or whatever, they decided to have me host. And that was the first time I had the microphone, started interviewing people, and I just caught the bug after that. And then after that, I don't think you guys have enough time in the show for the rest of the story. But
well, that was a good beginning.
Yeah.
It's certainly fun. Most people don't get their start with a limo and
now,
6
do you guys understand that? Because I know I spoke really fast. So go ahead and post your comments if it's...
Yeah, if you post your comments or questions, we'll immediately ask them as soon as we get them. So it seems to start with live events and music. And then now you have a huge internet personality and a huge internet following. Can you explain to us specifically how you segued into building more of an online brand for yourself?
I think I have a huge personality. You guys think I'm huge on the internet. But how did I grow my following?
Yeah.
Well, I grew my following really by a lot of just guerrilla marketing, handing cards and passing it out to people, and follow-ups, just a lot of follow-ups. And I've gone to probably 1,000+ events in my life, and You know, I collect like 30 to 40, 50 cards sometimes in the event, and then, I mean, the key is following up, and you add it to the database, and you keep following up with them and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, you know, and just kind of keep in touch with everybody. And then, you know, social media has changed a lot of things of how you can do stuff nowadays. So what I did was get Facebook, the Twitter, you know, all the simple social medias, and kind of just created my own niche that people would be, I thought would be different, you know, and people just started kind of following it. It's cool, and it's Hollywood the easy way, you know. A lot of people in Hollywood and even around the world are doing it the easy way, and it's just a lot of fun.
So it's a lot of mixing of just standard brick-and-mortar networking at events and grabbing people's cards to the more elaborate social
Networking
media.
is key, and then it's the follow-up, which a lot of people don't do. A lot of people grab the card and put it on their desk, and maybe if it's something in particular key, they'll follow up on it. But you know, I follow up on everything I've ever met. I put it in the database. I try to keep in touch with people, and eventually, if you keep in touch with so many people, and you know, Hollywood's a small town, people just start knowing you. You know, and I'm a good person. I guess people like to be around me and want to work with me because I do good business. So I've been told.
So what attracts you to hosting right now more than anything?
I love hosting, man.
Yeah.
We're hosting right now. We get to, you know, when you're hosting and you're interviewing people, you really get to know them.
Yeah.
And I think what you need to do is kind of get away from that nervousness of the camera. Forget about the camera. You know, I know there's probably hundreds of people, even thousands of people maybe watching me now, but I'm having a conversation with you and everybody in the audience watching this right now, and you just kind of get that you just interact. You know, you get to know people in a different way when you're interviewing people. You get the opportunities a lot of people don't have, or that don't get to network. But that's what I do when I interview somebody. I use it as my ability to meet them. You know, and most of the people that I've interviewed, and I've interviewed a lot of people, I'm friends with. I mean, you guys will see if you look up on the internet my name, just Google it, you'll see a lot of celebrities and producers and a lot of different things, and they're most likely friends of mine because I've kept in touch with them, and we do events or a fundraiser together or whatever. So it's my way of getting to know each other, and then gathering a database to do other things in the future.
Do you think it's easy to meet people in this business?
Do you think it's easy to meet? Well, that could be a pun.
Yeah.
It could be different. Is it easy to meet people? Is there a movement to meet people? Yes. Do I think it's easy as an EASY?
Yes.
Depends on you. I would say it depends on you and your personality and how you come across. So if you come across like you want something and you want to use them, no. But if you come across real, yeah.
And you said if you come across as wanting something, can you elaborate that on a bit more? For, you know, everyone's out there trying to network, they're going to events, they're trying to make contacts who's going to do something for them. Everyone knows that you're at an event to meet people. How can you not just come across as trying to get something from them?
Well, what I do is I look at what they want. I don't ask what I want. What do you want? What do you do? You know, what is it that you're focused on that you don't have, or what not? So, if I'm meeting somebody and they are a caterer, for instance, well, what does a caterer want? A caterer wants events that people can hire them. So that's what I do. You know what I mean? And that's what I go after. So I try to make it relate on them and make it not seem like I'm trying to use them and I'm trying to get at them. I try to, this is how I can help you. You know, do you want to do some stuff together? So that's what I would say best with that.
So how many different online properties do you currently control right now?
A lot. We are controlling about 7 YouTube partner channels. I have my blog, ericzuley.com. We have numerous relationships and distribution, I guess you could say, with other sites and things like that, and a lot of relationships with 50 to even 100 blogs. And now we're getting newspapers and magazines and, you know, a lot of other things, and it's just all relationships that are being built. But they're getting a benefit out of it too. So like I said, it's not using them, it's saying how can we work together? What are you looking for? Oh, by the way, you know, you could help us with this.
Do you produce all the content on your own for all these, or do you partner with them? Yeah.
No, I got a big team. I love my team. Love you guys.
How large is your team?
I don't know, Dad. How large is my team? Would you say?
12 people.
About 12 people now. I think that's actually in the team. Say a good strong 12.
And what do they do for you, and how did you bring them into your
Well, I mean,
company?
I have graphic designers, web developers, like right-hand people that kind of help, editors, partners, distributors, and things like that, and it all depends on the project. They all do whatever needs to be done to just keep this empire moving and staying afloat. It's a Titanic ship. It's around a lot of icebergs, but
So Titanic ship, what would you say is your maximum reach in terms of your community and
well, I mean,
like to watch your...
if you're talking about my blog, my blog gets an average of maybe about 500 hits a day, so it's hitting about 10,000 plus a month. That's me personally. The company WTV at one point was getting 1 million hits a week, so the network, the web network was amazing, but we haven't been doing that a lot. Been more or less focused on the Easy Show and the Easy Way, but that still has a lot of subscribers. And I mean, you can just go on the YouTube and look at the numbers. What You Need TV, WTV networks. There's many other ones that are like cross-linked, backlinked. I don't know. It could be anywhere from 500,000 to, I mean, all the way up to 1 billion with the relationships that we have. A lot of people that we work with, and like, I mean, I just actually locked in a really wonderful syndication situation with Icon News, and you can go to their website, iconnews.us, and see what they have. And now what they have, we have. So
That's quite a reach. Have you ever played around with Clout Score or anything like that? Do you know what your Clout Score is?
Score.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. I like that word. I like that.
All right.
What is it?
Oh, it's just it's this newer company. It's that gauges your influence over a following depending on how
They pay you how much?
They don't pay you that much at all, and it's very questionable of how really accurate their results are.
Okay, well, I do Alexa.
All right.
Alexa, you look at the rankings. That's kind of how you can tell. Or, I mean, a lot of times if someone has comments and likes and shares and stuff like that, then obviously they have a following. I mean, anybody can get followers nowadays and numbers, but
Anybody.
I think it's based upon interaction.
Well, you've accumulated quite a large following in a relatively limited amount of time. And so how do you think, what special strategies do you have to attract such a following so quickly?
I'm a cool guy. I don't know. People like me. I do a lot of things. I do events. I have a web show which is soon to be on TV situations. I have a network that has a lot. I mean, I think it's content. My content is A-list, B-list, C-list content, exclusive content. I mean, we've done stuff like the 3-6 Mafia music video, behind the scenes covers. Not very many people have that. Akon, Snoop Dogg, T.I. Tons of music videos. Tons of even behind the scenes of movies. I'm an actor. I'm doing a couple good movies now. I mean, and I have a movement that obviously works, and people can see the results. And I got my man like Jack Sullivan over there saying that he's doing it the easy way, and he's like a super producer, and just all these people that are in influential positions that are obviously on camera and in pictures and showing that they're supporting me. So I would say if I was in the audience's shoes, I'd look at someone like me and say, wow, like I want to do it the easy way because this guy has been accomplished, I guess. He won awards, I think it's named after me.
And partially also through leveraging your celebrity contacts, I imagine.
I wouldn't say I leverage them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it goes back to when you're networking with somebody, like what can you offer them that's beneficial to them and vice versa. So I wouldn't say I leverage them. I offer them opportunities that could be beneficial to them. Like for instance, we have an event coming. It's not my event, but my manager is doing an event with major CEOs of Toyota and this and that. So if a celebrity or somebody were to go to something like that and have a possible opportunity of a spokesposition or whatever, that's beneficial to them. So all I do is I give them invites to give them opportunities. It's their choice if they want to do it or not. So I'm not leveraging them. I'm giving them a decision.
Any other cool promotions you're working on right now with partners or celebrities?
Oh yeah, well we have tons of projects going on. We have some stuff going on with the Bay. My man Gregory J. Martin, which is it's a drama web series, and it's I guess they're talking about television stuff. And there's an event on April 25th with Mary Beth Evans and Christos Andrews and Nicholas Coster and all. If anybody out there are soap stars, you can go to theseries.com, I believe it is, and check that out. And so we're gonna do like a meet and greet. So if anybody wants to come out and meet the celebrities directly and hang out and have a couple drinks, they're gonna be on stage performing and doing things you haven't seen them do before, and it's all gonna be exclusive on the Easy Show.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's other projects as well. I'm doing some stuff with people that deal with Snoop Dogg and Akon and 50 Cent and things like that. I can't think. There's so many projects we're doing right now. Help. Basketball. Maurice Egger from the NBA. He's one of our clients actually. He's a super producer. We have movie things coming up. We have events. You know, just tons of interviews coming up. I was just hanging out with Michael Jai White the other day, Miguel Nunez, which is Duana Man, if anybody watches that. I mean, if you want to know what I'm doing, just the blog, ericzuley.com. I'm always posting cool, fun things that other people don't do because they're not doing it the easy way. You know, so if you want to follow the celebrity content, entertainment news, little tips and tricks, secrets, events that are coming up, whatever, it's all there.
You frequently talk about doing Hollywood the easy way, and there is a growing movement out there regarding that. Can you just tell us what doing Hollywood the easy way is and what it means to do that?
Well, doing it the easy way is doing it the positive and the legitimate way, I guess. I'm not saying that anybody out there in the way they do it isn't legitimate, but in my experiences, and I think a lot of people will feel this when I say it, a lot of people, when given the opportunity, will stab you in the back, will do things that is beneficial to them and not you, and things like that. And the easy way is the godly way. It's another pathway of working with good people. You know, I mean, my circles, the people that I deal with, are good people. They want to do good business. I mean, you practically don't even need contracts. You shake a hand, you do business, you make money, good things happen, and it's all good. You know, and when I say easy, it's the E-Z, letter E, letter Z, not E-A-S-Y, because it has not been easy at all, you know, 4 hospital trips later. So it's just a different way of doing it in Hollywood, and a lot of people are following that movement. You can go to HollywoodTheEasyWay.com and follow the group, just follow the Twitter, Eric Zuley, The Easy Show. And it's just a movement that if you do follow it, you'll see what we're talking about. We've been doing it for a while.
About how many hours do you work a week?
24. Oh, a week?
A week.
124.
124.
I work about 14 to 18 hours a day, nonstop.
And how much time do you put in promoting content that you're producing versus actually producing that content?
Well, nowadays I have some team members and some people that are going out and gathering content. In fact, we just brought on Red Carpet Drive. Yes, I have to say the name right. Red Carpet Drive, and they're going to be gathering content for WTV in Miami and New York and a couple other locations. And we have my man James Mason, which has graciously decided to get some content for us and stuff like that, and just different people that are going to go out and start gathering content, and because I can't keep up with it anymore. I really can't. I have my flip cam and I go to specific things, so I mean probably at least half the week is dedicated towards gathering content.
So roll yourself back a few years before you arrived at this position for the benefit of some of our junior producers who are putting out content on a regular basis. How much do they need to be thinking about the marketing of that content?
Marketing is everything. Without the right marketing, it's not going to go anywhere. I would say definitely probably 60 to 70% of what you're doing is going to be the marketing, and just surround yourself with the right team that can help you do it. It's extremely important, and we do a lot of marketing. Wink, wink. Yeah, Google me and GME experts. No, okay. I'm not going to plug myself.
So you're a brand consultant as well. Mm-hmm. How important do you think it is to have a concise brand message for your company or project?
Extremely important, because that's how people are going to perceive you. That's how people are going to look and see. By the way, you know what? I should have handed my dad my flip because I should be flipping this as well.
We'll give you a
Sorry,
finished
guys.
copy as well. I think we're having, yeah.
Are we on commercial?
No.
Oh, we're still, hey,
Yeah.
sorry. So, yeah, no, brand is very important. Your logo, your image, just the way that people perceive you, people you're around, how you do your business, testimonials, but the color scheme, even theme songs, the way the image of what you're trying to present is portrayed is the most important thing. And, okay.
And for internet personalities, that would be your putting the time into your persona.
I'm putting the time into my show right now and my face, because those I think are very important in how I'm branding myself. The easy wave movement is what you can follow, and my face is really pretty, and the girls love it. No, I'm kidding.
And if I don't have like a natural persona and I wasn't the cool guy growing up, and how would you recommend someone getting started creating their internet personality? What questions should they ask themselves to figure out
That's a good
which
question.
direction they should go?
Well, there's two ways of going about it. You can hire somebody like me. They can do it for you. They can be the face, or you can study on Google a lot of the different situations and things that you might want to know about when trying to brand yourself. And as far as asking yourself questions,
Yeah, to kind of solicit what direction you should head. I don't know if you have any. There's
social media,
yeah.
Social media and SEO. You know, those are definitely good directions. But social media and just networking and just meeting a lot of people, but being careful of what people that you do meet. But if you were to ask yourself a question, I would ask myself, how am I going to time manage myself? And how am I going to schedule that? I think that would be very important.
Very good. So you also can be hired to help people out.
Yes.
What are some ways that people can reach you if they do want your help or want to learn more about what you do?
Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. ERICZULEY. I'm a really cool guy. I post really cool stuff and cool pictures and fun quotes. And Twitter's the best way, or my fans page, obviously. And I have a blog, ERICZULEY. But if you follow the tweets and you see the people that are following and stuff, you'll just kind of understand. And it's like, you won't get it until you taste the cake, or you try to, if you ride a bike, you're never going to learn to ride a bike unless you try to ride the bike. You fall a couple times or whatever. You got to get involved. You got to come to the events. You got to just be around the movement, and you'll see. But I would say Twitter would be the best way. I'm really not the best at simplifying things because I do 50 zillion, quadrillion, whatever other words I can make up things. So I'm going to try to do this and be simple. Twitter. Twitter.com.
Awesome. So tweet at him, follow him, and well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the insight you gave to us and our audience. And this was.
Has that been a half an hour already?
It's 20 minutes. We do them like down and dirty. It's a quick brown bag.
Oh, I was getting to know them.
If you have anything else you want to share, I'm sure our viewers would appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to say I appreciate NATP-TV, National Associations of Television Program Executives. I said it right this time. I really appreciate you guys having me on. And what I'm going to actually do, if anybody's interested, is my blog is a pretty popular blog. I do a lot of celebrity content, have producers, a lot of situations, castings, a whole bunch of cool stuff. If anybody wants to post a comment on this show, I and the wonderful Clay and Jack will be looking at the comments, and we're going to see who has the most unique comment based upon the show. And whoever has the most unique comment, I will put them on the blog and maybe even put them on my show. And
wow.
I think that'd be fun.
So we'll also tweet out a link to his blog in the next 5 or 10 minutes, just so you guys can easily read and comment on it.
And then watch the Easy Show Saturday at 4 o'clock Saturday. In about 2 weeks, it'll be officially airing. The website will be up, theeasyshow.com. The first teaser episode, I just did it with Big Boy in the Neighborhood, Robert Townsend Jr., and Mario Van Peebles for their movie Exit Strategy. And everybody knows Big Boy from Power 106 is known for the radio. Well, he's now becoming, and you're hearing this first from EZ on NAPP TV. He's getting into producing and acting in movies and stuff, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And you can check it out on my first episode, the teaser, Exit Strategy movie. It's really cool. Post your comments on that. Show love on that. The Easy Show teaser.
Very cool. This has been Eric Zuley from Hollywood the Easy Way. And definitely follow us on Twitter at Nappy. And check us out. We have a PitchCon event coming up June 7th and 8th, Hollywood Roosevelt. And we'll also tweet out information about that in the next 10 minutes
Isn't
or
it
so.
the Roosevelt?
Hollywood Roosevelt. My addiction is needs to be corrected. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in.
If there's a Roosevelt hotel.
There might be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there should. I bet you there is somewhere.
It's a little confusing though. ROOSV.
Yeah.
I'm just being me. Sorry guys.